Okay, so let's look at your assignment from yesterday. I'm going to go through it really quick because you should have already done this, but I am going to give you the answer so you can check your work, and we'll go over any questions that y'all might have. Okay, so let me pull up mine. Okay, let's see. Slide 16. We have y equals 2x plus 7. So go through and check it. You need to be off of that and on your composition book or on a sheet of paper. Number 2, y equals negative 1/4 x plus 5. So with parallels, the same exact slope. 3, y equals half x plus 3. And if you disagree with me on any of these, we can go over it, okay? 4, y equals negative 5/2 x minus 8. 5, y equals negative 4/3 x plus 1. Because you're flipping it and changing the sign. So see how this is 3/4? So our new one, which I wrote right underneath, is negative 4/3. I just flip it, and then I change the sign. Then I work it out the same way I worked out the other ones. Y equals mx plus b. Find out what my b is, and then rewrite my equation, mx plus b. 6, y equals negative x minus 5. So since this slope was 1, if you flip it, it's still 1, but we're going to change the sign, so that's why it's negative 1. 7, y equals 5x minus 7, because your original slope was negative 1/5, so you change it. Okay, number 8, slope came out to be what? 3, so you flip it. And, oh, did I do that one wrong? I think I did that one wrong.
That's what I got.
No. Did I do it right? Yes. Oh, okay. The original is negative 1/3. Okay, I got scared for a second. All right, so that's 3. So I understand how you can get confused with the flipping and all that. This is our original, right? Is that our original? Yeah. Okay. So negative 1/3 is our original. Then we flip it and change the sign. That becomes our 3. And then we work it out, which equals y equals 3x minus 3. Okay. So make sure you have that completed because I will be grading your digital interactive notebook. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, so upload pictures on here. Let's look at slide 17. Write an equation with the point 2,5 and parallel to the x-axis. Okay, I am going to make a new page. I'm going to label this parallel line slide 17. If you don't have your composition book, you need to write down on a sheet of paper so you can transfer it. Done it? Okay, so it says goes through point 2,5 and parallel to x-axis. Okay, so I'm going to draw an x and y axis and label them. We can do it on our digital interactive notebook, but I kind of like being able to write it down here. Okay, so it says parallel to the x-axis going through 2,5. So let's plot this point 2,5. Over 2, up 5. Oop, it's right there. I didn't give myself enough room. You need a ruler or a straight edge or something so that you can make a straight line. I have some in the back of the room. If you want to go and grab one.
There's Joey. Do you give me one of me? Yes. Oh man. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Okay, so if it's parallel to the x-axis, what kind of line is this going to be? A zero slope. So it's going to go like this. So we're going to write m equals 0. So we need to write our equation. Y equals mx plus b. If it's a zero slope, then it's y equals 0x plus b. And we know, can we find out what our b is? Where does it cross the y-axis? 5. So our equation is y equals 5. That was easy. Yep. Okay, let's do the next one. It says, write an equation with the line of the point negative 1, 3 and parallel to the x-axis. So negative 1, 3, parallel to the x-axis. So same type of problem. Draw your x and y-axis. So the first thing we'll do is plot the point. Negative 1, 3. And if it's parallel to the x-axis, how's it going to look? A zero slope, yep. So to write the equation, we need to do y equals mx plus b. What is the b value? Where's it across the y-axis? 3. So our equation is y equals 0x plus 3. Then we simplify it. Be y equals 3.
Really easy.
Yeah. It seems confusing at first, but once you plot the point and you know which axis it's parallel to, makes it easy. Sorry. Okay, let's go to the next one. It says, write an equation on the line with the point 2, 5 and parallel to the y-axis. So 2, 5, parallel to y-axis. All kinds of, oh, that was my husband. Whoops. Hello. All right, so let's draw. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room this time because I know 2, 5. is up a little higher, over 2 and up 5. But this time it says parallel to the y-axis. Yeah, so our slope is going to be undefined. So we know it's going to be straight up and down because it has to be parallel to this one. So draw your line through 2, 5. Parallel to the y-axis. Whenever you have an undefined slope, you can't even write it as y equals. Because y equals mx plus b, that's written with slopes that actually work. A slope of undefined is always going to be written as x equals something. So we look and see where the x-intercept is. That's what we're going to look for. And that's what our line is going to be. X equals 2. Undefined slopes don't even have it in slope-intercept form. Undefined slopes are written as x equals some number. Okay. Last problem on slide 16, 17? What are we on? Yeah, slide 17 continued, because you know I write really big. So this one says it goes through point 1, negative 1, 3, and parallel to the y-axis. So plot the point, negative 1, 3. And to be parallel to the y-axis, our slope's going to be undefined. So the equation will be written as x equals, wherever it crosses the x-axis, our x-intercept. So negative 1. Okay, not too bad, right? You just have to remember what undefined slope looks like. And that's a vertical line. Okay, let's go on to slide. So you will put pictures of this on your composition, your digital interactive notebook, after we go ahead and do slide 20. Okay. So slide 20, which is perpendicular lines. So the first example says, write an equation with the point 2, 5 and perpendicular to the x-axis. So 2, 5, perpendicular to x-axis. So we first need to plot the points 2, 5. Plot the point 2, 5. So if we look at our x-axis, what kind of line will be perpendicular to our x-axis? A vertical line. So our M is going to have to be undefined. So you can put the little right angle to show that they are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to the x-axis, so that means they make a T. Right angle there. So if it's undefined, how are we going to write our equation? Yep, with the x-intercept. So x equals 2. And it is still parallel to the y-axis. Yep. Okay, let's do the next one. -1, 3, and perpendicular to the x-axis. So -1, +3. We have our x-axis right here. To be perpendicular, what's our slope going to be? So it makes a right angle. So then we write our equation as x equals wherever it intersects the x-axis. -1.
Does it matter which side the line marking if it's right angle?
Say that again?
Does it matter if the right angle sign is not done?
Nope, it doesn't matter. Okay, the next one goes through point 2, 5 and is perpendicular to the y-axis. So plot the point 2, 5. And to be perpendicular to the y-axis, it's going to be a 0 slope, because you want it to make a right angle with the y-axis. Parallel to the x, yeah. So it's a horizontal line. It makes if I extend this, I can put the little right angle on that side if I want, or I can even put it underneath. So the slope of a horizontal line is 0. So y equals 0x plus, what's our b value? 5. So it's actually just our y-intercept. Just like the other one is our x-intercept, this one's our y-intercept. Y equals 5. So whenever it is a horizontal line, you write the equation as y equals whatever the y-intercept is. Vertical line, it's x equals whatever the x-axis, x-intercept is. Okay, the next one is goes through point negative 1, 3 and is perpendicular to the y-axis. So plot the point negative 1, positive 3. Perpendicular to the y-axis. Horizontal line. Make a little right angle there. So we know the slope's going to be 0. Our y-intercept is 1, 2, 3. Y equals 0, x plus 3, or just y equals 3. In the calculator, you can put all of the y equals equations in, but you can't plot x equals a number. The only way you can do that is by inserting a line, a vertical line. But I don't remember how to do that. So I would have to look that up, to be honest. All right. So go ahead and upload these pictures. And then your assignment is on Delta Math. Make sure to work it out in your journal. Question?
Can we take a picture with our phone?
Yes, you may.